Okay. Hi, my name is Joaquin Galvan. For fulfillment for a degree in music technology. I recorded an EP, which ended up consisting of 6 songs that I recorded over the month of June at Counterpoint Studios in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the EP process?
Yeah, so an EP is kind of a shorter version of an album. An album is kind of a larger work that an artist does, which is about like 12 to 10 songs. And an EP is about half of that, and it's mainly focused on one idea.
What was your time frame for the project?
So I did 3 sessions at this studio. The first session was mainly focused on the streets and World, where I did 2 hours focused on the street and then 2 hours focused on the world, and did the instrumental recordings first and then did the vocals over them for the latter half of the session.
When you talked about time frame earlier, you said something about wanting to get everything done in a month.
I was mainly trying to make new music. I do a lot of like field recording, so I've been to Guatemala, I've been to Peru, I've been to the Grand Canyon, and I'd start out with just like my phone, right? And I use the like voice memo and get like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to kind of get like a landscape feel for it. And from there I moved up to an H5 Zoom recorder. I got that as a graduation present from graduating from the U. And from there I went to a smaller one, the H1N handheld recorder, mainly for voice memos, but sometimes I'd still use it for like field recordings. But I was trying to get out of field recordings and get into the studio to just like make music from some of the instruments that I've collected over my travels.
Okay, could you tell us a little bit about the project, The Street?
So The Street was the second song that I recorded. The lyrics, initially it was going to be called Too Slow. It's just kind of a concept of just like how life just like goes by super fast, and all of a sudden like you don't have time to do anything. The instruments on it are all from different parts of the world. I've either picked them up through traders, or I've picked them up through people that I know that travel and know a lot about indigenous instruments.
Could you tell us a little about how you came about the lyrics and what they mean to you and what you hope to portray with your lyrics?
Okay, so my lyrics were mainly started out as like venting, sort of like trying to get like away from being very like proper English. I like my English isn't that good grammatically. Like I'll get stuck in like semantics or like in a phonemics of like, oh, like my house was here and now it's in this street. And like I wanted to get away from that and kind of just like focus on rhyming, focus on storytelling. And Too Slow came from trying to like follow a concept of where like I'm in a car and I'm driving down the street, and now I'm like on a boat and there's like dolphins everywhere, and like where would I go from the dolphins? Like I'm in the jungle and like this like giant tapir just like comes at me, and I was going from like those types of like representations to something that of like, okay, I gotta like keep moving. I gotta
Hans
like
Zimmerman
keep
barefoot
going,
trying to
and
line
that's
my
where
chakras.
the
Quick
lyrics for Too
supersonic
Slow
flow,
came
no
from.
talks, 11 operas. Look who's in red and blue picking up their bikes. It's Don Voodoo, jetpack, purple, Wookiee, ox cord, and a pike. Too slow. I ain't no mushroom popping turd herder, a underbite curse worder with the dinner guest from Milwaukee. Too slow.